Hey everybody, how's it going? Today, over here at Meebles on the Ground HQ, we are looking at Dice Heist, a game from AEG. This game is for 2 to 5 players, takes about 20 minutes to play, and is for ages 14 and up. So let's get into it. So Dice Heist is a pretty manageable table space game. So this is it. This is the setup, and that's the dice. Each player will be getting one of these black dice, and then you're ready to start playing. The point of the game is to get the most victory points. You're going to be getting those victory points by collecting these cards throughout the game. They'll be giving you various victory points, and then once you reach the end of the game, whoever has the most victory points from the cards they have collected will be the winner. So on a turn of Dice Heist, you're going to go ahead and draw one of these cards. That is one of the treasure cards. And you're going to be matching that up with one of the museums. You're going to be like so. And then you're going to have a choice. You can go ahead and steal from this museum. When you're stealing from a museum, you have to use whatever the thief dice, my goodness, that you have, and or any of the sidekick dice that you've accumulated throughout the game. You will roll them all out and hopefully get a higher value than what is at the museum. So in this case, the dice don't add up. They just are, your value on one of the dice that you roll has to beat whatever the security system at the museum is. So at the Louvre, you have to get a 6. If you get a 6, you get everything there. Now there is a variant rule where you can do a targeted attack, and that means you pick out only one piece of treasure at that location, and you can roll out. If you get a 5 or better, you'll be able to take that piece of treasure. And your other option that you have on your turn is, instead of going after a museum to take their treasure, you can go ahead and get yourself an assistant. So that is just basically taking one of these die and adding it to your supply, and you can use, it later to, not just roll your thief die, but roll some other dice to go ahead and beat that security system so you can get that treasure. Now you can keep taking and taking and taking. Now if you at any point in the game, if you ever run out, if the supply ever runs out of sidekicks, you can take from the player that has the most sidekicks, take one from them. And if at any point there's 2 players with the same amount of most sidekicks, you can pick which one you want to take. And then you keep basically going. So you can steal or take a sidekick. If you take a sidekick, then, that's done. If you go ahead and try to steal from one of the museums and you succeed or fail, then you're done. And then the next player will go. The next player will draw a card. They will go ahead and look, another Louvre card. So you'll match it up to the symbols from where the treasure is, where treasure needs to go to the specific museum. And then you have a choice again. Do I go ahead and roll out to try to get all this treasure? Or do I do a targeted attack where I want to get at least one of these treasures here? Or do I want to get more sidekicks? Now let's talk a little bit more about what these cards are coming out mean. So first off, let's start with the paintings. The paintings have values, and you were trying to get the most value. You want to accumulate the most value of paintings. So at the end of the game, you want to have the most money invested in paintings. And if you do, that is 8 points to you. Now, if at the end of the game you have the least amount towards that, then you get -4 points, which is ouch. But next, we're going to go look at these artifact cards. These artifact cards get you 1 or 2 points. If it's this card with the 1 pot symbol, that's 1, 2 pots, 2 points. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, if you draw a 1 pot, they also have a plus sign, which will allow you to draw another card. And next, we have the gems. The gems, they get you, it's interesting with the gems. If you have a gem at the end of the game, they're like, if I had 1 red, that's 1 point. If I had 2 reds, that would be, the first one would be 1 point, and the next one would be worth 2 points. So they accumulate in value. If I just have one, that's 1 point. If I have 3 gems, red gems, that'll be the first one's going to be worth 1, the next one's going to be worth 2, and then the next one's going to be worth 3. And then you add all those up, and that's how many points you get for the red gems alone. The same thing works with the blue gems and the green gems. So they can be pretty valuable if you can go ahead and accumulate a vast amount of gems. And preferably the same color. Even if you just had like only red gems, but you had like 6 of them, that's a lot of points. And so you'll keep going within the game of drawing cards, placing where they need to be, and then, deciding if you want to go ahead and steal from there, or you want to get yourself some more sidekicks. You'll keep doing so until all of the cards are gone and all the museums are empty. Once all the museums are empty, you'll go ahead and add up all your points, and whoever has the most points is the winner. And that's pretty much Dice Heist. It's a easy little dice chucker, easy to learn, easy to teach, and it's pretty fun and easy cleanup. So this is a pretty nice little small game that you can, get your non-gaming friends and family to play. So yeah, that is Dice Heist from AG. We hope you all enjoyed this video and liked it and learned something from it. We'll put some links in the description of this video so you can learn more about Dice Heist. But until then, we'll talk to you all later. Toodles!